The most important decision that you'll make as a sales rep is choosing what company to sell for. This is because the company you work for is going to impact your success in sales more than anything else. Even if you are extremely talented, taking a role at a poorly managed company can completely derail your career. So it's crucial that you get this right. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to identify and evaluate tech companies, and most importantly, the traps to avoid so you can sell for a company that sets you up for success. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Cam Wright. I'm currently an account executive at Grafana Labs, which is a venture-backed SaaS company, and I provide career coaching and sales training to sellers to help them reach their full earning potential. Company selection is important to me because a few years ago, I made the mistake of joining a poorly run company, which set my career back 2 years and cost me well over 6 figures in commission. As a sales rep, your goal is to go out and achieve your quota. When you achieve your quota, you earn more money, you get promoted faster, and you start to build up a public track record, which is crucial to you as a seller because this is what gets you in the door for future, more senior and higher paying opportunities. Now, your ability as a seller is obviously going to have an impact on your performance and track record. But if you're selling for a company with poor product market fit or a bad territory, your ability alone isn't going to be enough. An average rep in a great environment is always going to outperform a great rep in an average environment. Here's why this is so critical. Accepting the wrong offer and landing in a poor environment doesn't just cost you immediate commission. It can also make landing a better role in the future more difficult. This is because hiring teams view short stints unfavorably because they'll typically assume that you are the problem instead of the company. So jumping ship early can result in concerns being raised about your ability as a seller. So you'll either have to look for a new job at a disadvantage or stick it out at a company where you're not making much money. And if you make this mistake again, you can easily derail 2 to 3 years of high quota achievement, which can be the equivalent of a few $100,000 in commission and millions in lost future earnings. On the flip side, if you break into a top company, you'll perform better, earn more money, and get promoted faster. You'll start to notice that hiring teams are reaching out to you, offering you job opportunities just because you have this respected brand name on your resume. Not to mention, during your time there, you'll establish a network of super talented peers that is going to lead to a lot more career opportunities in the future. The problem is that a lot of times poorly managed companies will mislead sellers and lure them in with empty promises around high on-target earnings, when in reality, the product sucks, the territories are crowded, your quota is unrealistic, and not a single seller of the company is making close to the earnings that they've shared with you. So as a rep, you really need to know how to properly evaluate sales organizations outside of what you're told in interviews. And you're going to do this by looking at 4 key things: the product, the quota attainment, the investors, and the leadership. Here's how. Starting with the product, look at 3 things: product reviews, product breadth, and users. Check out product reviews and ratings on sites like G2 and Gartner. Higher ratings indicate strong product market fit, which is going to make it easier for you to sell the product. The more ratings, the more believable these ratings are. So look for companies that have at least 20 to 30 ratings. Next, see if the company was included in Gartner's Magic Quadrant by Googling company name and Gartner Magic Quadrant. If the company is included, especially as a leader, this is a great stamp of approval for the product. Typically, you're better off selling for a company that provides a platform that's composed of several products rather than a single point solution. And this is because companies are seeing tighter software budgets and pushing for tool consolidation. So platforms that can replace several tools are a lot more appealing to buyers. It can also lead to larger deals and better upsell opportunities once you're in. Now, finally, check the company's website for case studies that feature large and well-known companies. Large customers using the product really validate the capabilities, and it's going to make it easier to sell because they'll be able to showcase these success stories. Second is quota attainment. The target earnings that the company offers you is meaningless without knowing how realistic the quota actually is. And this quota attainment metric is important because this is the portion of reps that are actually hitting the targets and making that amount of money. So it's an indicator of how healthy the sales organization is and how fair the territories are. Now, the best way to check quota attainment is a website called RepVue, which I've linked in the description below. You can also see several metrics and anonymous reviews from current and past sellers. Now, other than high quota attainment, I recommend looking for the overall sales organization rating, reading the anonymous Q&A, and seeing what kind of money top earners at the company are actually taking home. Next, you want to look at the company's investors. You want to look for backing from top-tier venture capital firms that have proven track records. This is because an investment from one of these firms signals that the company, the founding team, the product, and the market opportunity have all been thoroughly vetted. This isn't a guarantee, but this really increases the likelihood of stability at the company, growth potential, and strong earnings for you as a sales rep. Two examples of top-tier VCs are Sequoia, who did Apple, Google, Instagram, and LinkedIn, and then Andreessen Horowitz, who did Facebook and Twitter. Now, there are many more great VCs, names like Tiger Global, Lightspeed, and Bessemer Venture Partners, which all would be great firms to be associated with. And finally is the leadership team. So you want to research the founding team and executives on LinkedIn to see if they have any experience working at reputable companies, what they've accomplished at these organizations, and see if they have a proven track record already as a founder or CEO. Now, leaders with prior success would typically suggest that this company also has a good chance of succeeding. I also recommend reaching out to reps that are no longer at the company. They don't work there anymore, so they're usually really honest with you about why they left, and they'll tell you straight up if it's for a reason that you should be conservative. You can use a LinkedIn filter to find all of the reps that previously worked at a certain company and then send them a quick and easy message right through LinkedIn. To recap, the company you choose to work for is the most important decision you'll make as a sales rep. No data point is enough by itself, but if you look at these 4 things holistically, you'll be very confident that you're making the right decision. If you are actively looking for a job in tech sales, once you've identified the companies you want to work for, the next challenge is landing an interview. These top organizations are really competitive, so standing out usually requires a bit of a strategic approach. My advice is to treat your job search like a sales process and reach out to the hiring teams proactively. To help you get started, I've created a free tech sales job search email playbook that you can grab in the description below. It's packed with proven email templates to help you grab the attention of hiring teams so you can land interviews at these top companies. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment with any questions you have or your biggest takeaway. I make an effort to read and reply to every single comment. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.